This is Summer Springs live with KBTA Channel 3. Hi, good evening. This is Summer Springs with KBTA Channel 3. And today our network is bringing you 2 stories on human resource development. Now we'll go to Neil Storm with more on the story.
Thank you, Summer. I'm Neil Storm with Dr. Phyllis Wright. Today, we will be conducting an interview on human resource development. What skill set do you think you would bring to this position?
For me, I would have to say communication, which is a big factor in any job position.
What strengths did you rely on in your last position to make you successful in your work?
I mostly rely heavily on my mental agility, such as identifying connections between issues, quickly understanding and learning new assignments, also shifting gears or changing directions when working on multiple projects or issues.
Describe an ideal situation or work environment or your dream job.
Perfect job to me would be where there's a lot of positive employee relations, where you see fair, consistent, and legal compliant employment practices, policies, and procedures.
What is your approach to problem solving? Give an example of where your approach has been effective.
My approach to problem solving is more of a step-by-step procedure, where I first recognize the problem, figure out the nature of the problem, hear the views of each concerned party, then make decisions on course of action, accept and carry out chosen course of action, and conclude with a review and seek feedback of the problem. An example with this would have to be, it's a funny story, of an employee that I guess apparently forgot her empty bottle of vodka, and one of the morning shift employees came in and they saw the bottle, so of course I had to go into action and recognize the problem of why she would bring a drink on the premises, and I'm assuming that she must have drunk it because it's empty. So that's going into investigating the problem and of course interviewing others that might have seen this person with the drink, and then finally make a decision on whether or not to fire or keep the employer.
Tell me about your staff development. How do you think your current or most recent staff would describe you?
My staff development is pretty lengthy, but to sum it up, I use specific staffing plans, which includes alternatives, goals, and budget to address capacity surpluses and shortages, as well as steps to address diversity and affirmative action needs.
We would like to thank our guest, Dr. Phyllis Wright.
No, thank you.
Now back to you, Summer.
Thank you for that story, Neil Storm. Now we'll get back after these short messages.
Human Resources Department. Human Resources Department. Human Resources Department.
I do HR, means human resources. I love people, to say that another way. I love people.
Benefits? Benefits. Let's talk about benefits.
And pension, and pension.
And benefits, and benefits. Oh, benefits!
When you're ready, Martin.
Trust, encouragement, reward, loyalty, satisfaction.
Got it. All I do know is that I've been working 2 weeks without a break, and you promised me you'd hire more help.
Go home and step on a scale and write down how much you weigh and subtract it by like 20, and then weigh that much.
I'm not going to do what you all think I'm going to do, which is...
That was a test, and you passed. Welcome aboard.
Welcome back to KBTA Channel 3 News. Now I'll give you some examples of what to do and what not to do in an interview.
Here's an example of how to conduct yourself in an interview.
Hi, I'm Tia. It's nice to meet you. You too. Thank you for coming in for us today.
Thank you.
I have a couple questions for you. I see here it says you have experience as a project manager. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, I was a project manager at Baylor University in the Health and Science Department, and I pretty much handled and coordinated staffing as well as inventory, making sure the supplies were available, and if any shortage, I would call in someone.
Good job. And the last question. question I have for you is, how do you think you'll be an asset to this company?
I feel that I would bring more verbal communication and establish and maintaining constructive and cooperative working relationships.
Okay. I think that's all we have today. I appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
Here's an example of how not to conduct yourself in an interview.
Hi, thank you for coming in. It's Tierra Cox.
What's up?
Alrighty then. Your name?
Kyle.
Kyle what? Exactly.
Well, I go by Christopher.
Kyle Christopher?
Yeah. Well, no, it's Christopher. Just Christopher
No
Chin.
Kyle.
Well, there's a chin at the end, but you know.
Okay. So, how much formal education have you had? Oh. Did you hear the question?
No, ma'am.
How much formal education have you had?
Formal? I graduated. I graduated high school. I made it through that one.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna go to college, and then I left. I didn't last there very long.
Well, on your resume it says that you graduated summa cum laude from Yale School of Business.
Well, I was talking to some friends about that, and they said that'd be a good way to get in here for an interview. So I slid that in there. Just thought it might make me look good. I figured once I was in here, come on, look at me. You can't miss this.
Yeah, right. Okay. The next question I have for you would be.
It's a nice office you got here.
Well, thank you. It's not much.
How long you been here?
I'm sorry, I think you're here to talk about me.
Oh.
I see here that you have experience as a project manager. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
I had a friend that was a project manager one time, and we talked a little bit. You know, he told me how things work. You know, how it's supposed to handle business in the field. You know.
So you exactly don't have the experience he did.
Well, he showed me the ropes a little bit.
So you kind of
I'm pretty good at it though. You know, I believe I can do it.
Any more experience besides your friend?
Hold on, I got a text. So.
Sir.
Ma'am.
Trying to put your phone away.
Oh. Well.
So besides you and your friend, there's no more experience as a project manager?
Well, I got kids, and we did a project one time for my kid, and he got first place on the science project.
That's swell.
Dang sure did.
The last question I have for you, how do you think...
Hold on one second. Hello. No, I'm in an interview.
Here's an example of a bad resume. The employee chose to put his name and address information larger than any other information on the text. To an employer, this will not qualify.
This is a good example of a resume. As you can see, it is well organized and contains all the qualifications for employment.
I'm reporter Neil Storm, and this has been a broadcast of the KBTA3 Network.